So for those of you who watched my top 5 most used tools video, this is a little bit of a follow-up. This is going to be the tools that I use a little bit less than those 5, but I still use them a lot. So we'll start out with a hammer. This is like a 3-pound hammer. It's pretty heavy, but I would say I probably use this one the most because you can, with that weight of that hammer, you don't have to swing very far, and a lot of tight spots, depending like if you're working on a car or something, and you don't have a lot of room to swing it, the weight will still do a lot of the work for you. Obviously, if you're working overhead or something, it's probably made a little heavy, but if I could only have one, I would take this. You can also just get regular ball peen style hammer or a claw hammer. And when I do 3D printing, I use this little, I think this is like a auto body hammer or something, but I use it to just tap the 3D prints off. So, like I said, if I could only have one, I would pick the big one. What else do we have here? Soldering iron. This I personally have been using a lot, especially recently in my projects. These you can get for pretty cheap. I think this was like 15 bucks on Amazon. Definitely get one that you can control the temperature. This one has a little dial. There's, all my friends tell me that I need to buy the Hatco or this, the one with the little station, and they're probably right. But I've soldered a lot of stuff with this, and it can definitely get you by. But I'll like spend the extra couple bucks to get the temperature control, because I've had ones without it, and it's definitely worth it. The other things, measuring stuff, tape measure, and tape measure. I mean, this one's 12 foot. The tape measure are cheap. You can go to like Harbor Freight and get them for like a couple bucks. Sometimes they're even free with a coupon. So definitely tape measure. And then I use this a lot, digital calipers. These ones are from Amazon. It has a bigger screen. I like these a lot. The thing with calipers, sometimes the really, really cheap ones, is they won't stay consistent. So if you turn them on, like run them out, and then run them back, and it should read 0 again. And if they don't, then I would not trust them at all. So these ones are the eye gauging Easy Cal. They're on Amazon. I don't remember how much. I think they're like 30 bucks or something. But these are definitely useful. Obviously not for everybody. So depending on what you're gonna do, pick the measuring equipment that's gonna work for you. Tape measure for bulk stuff, and then little stuff like that. We can get into, I guess, I do use sockets a lot, and if I'm gonna recommend sockets, 3/8 sockets, 3/8 drive, are what I use the most. I love this little power ratchet thing from Milwaukee. This is a great tool. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's super important to have. It's certainly nice. But yeah, 3/8 sockets. And even if you buy cheap sockets, you don't have to, like, these are all snap-on, and snap-ons are like, I don't know, 25 bucks for a socket or something ridiculous. I will say, spend the money on a good ratchet. I know even like Harbor Freight and stuff sells some ratchets that are like 20-25 bucks, and they have like the 80 teeth heads and stuff. But spend the money on the ratchet, because you're gonna get in a spot where you can barely move it, and those extra teeth are really gonna give you what you need to be able to get in there. And also, they don't break as easy. Those ones with the round head and the twist thing here, they're really strong and they don't really break, but they're just those are really sloppy and they're just, I don't know, I hate them. So spend the money on the Ratchet. The sockets, you know, whatever. And I'm about to run out of battery on this camera, so hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.